Hey crocheters! Today we're going to be learning how to do a front loop stitch in the round. So I use this on my chubby llama pattern, and I also plan on using it on projects in the future like a lion, a hedgehog, maybe a poodle. You know, so you kind of get the feel that this loop stitch can be used to give texture to a variety of different animals and projects. So I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so in this video we're going to be using an 8mm hook and some Bernat Blanket yarn to be making the loop stitch. And we're going to begin with just a typical magic ring to get started. And I want to show you guys this whole first row because it's probably the most challenging to work the loop stitches into the magic ring. So first off, this is going to be a little bit more challenging if you're using a medium weight yarn or a DK weight, but it works pretty perfectly if you're using Bernat Blanket. So you're going to use your thumb and you're going to pull it down and twist. And so what that does is that gives you this loop, let me do it again, gives you this loop right here on the front side of your project. So you're just going to pinch it with your finger like so, and you're going to insert your hook through that, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And that gives you your loop stitch. So let me zoom in here a little bit, and I'll try and do it one more time, nice and slow. So we're going to take our thumb and we'll pull it down and twist. Pinch with this finger, insert your hook through the stitch, reach around, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. And so the length of the loop is like completely determined on how, I guess how much you use your thumb. Because you could, if you wanted, you could make a great big loop and you could bring it down like this, and then you could insert your hook through like that, and then you've got this like rather large loop. And so if you're, I guess if the texture you're going for is bigger and shaggier, you could do that. The texture that I want for the chubby llama is a little more fluffy and a little less shaggy. So I'm just going to try and keep my stitches nice and, or my loop stitches kind of shorter, so we get the fluffy look, not the shag look. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the first row, and then I'll meet you back here to just walk you through the increasing stitches. Okay, so now we've got that first row done. You're just going to pull it tight. I'm just going to use an extra little bit of yarn to mark my row beginning and end. And then you're going to do increases in the next row. And so for that, you do the exact same thing. You pull down your stitch, insert your hook through the stitch this time, and make your single crochet. So you've got one loop, and then you're going to do it again in that exact same loop. Pull a loop down with your thumb, insert through the loop and the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and that is how you get an increase. So that's just how you increase on this project. So I'll show you really quickly how to do a decrease. That's not like part of this pattern right now, but there are decreasing loop stitches. So I'll try and zoom in here again and try and see what we're doing. So I like to do an invisible decrease, which looks like this. So this is not part of the loop stitch tutorial, but an invisible decrease, you put your hook through the first loop of the first stitch and the first loop of the second stitch, like so. So you've got 3 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over and pull through these two, collapsing them into one stitch, and yarn over and pull through. And that just is a little bit nicer for amigurumi rather than a standard decrease stitch. So when you're doing a decreasing loop stitch, you're going to do the exact same thing, but first you're going to pull down that loop. So you've got it pulled down like so, and you're going to insert the hook through the loop and through that first loop of that stitch, then through the first loop of the second stitch, yarn over, pull through both of those and your loop right here, and you're going to yarn over and pull through. And that is what your decreasing loop stitch is going to look like. So as you do these loops more and more and more, you end up getting this texture that I've got on the chubby llama. So this project was actually my very first with the loop stitch, and I made all of the loops about an inch tall, and so it does look like really shaggy, less poofy. So on this project that I'm starting right now, I'm going to try and keep these to like a 1/2 inch height. These ones are all probably an inch. But that is going to kind of come down to you and the look that you want in your project. So I hope this was helpful and that you enjoyed it and that you guys are able to create super cute things using it.